morning, everyone. This is Jamaica with Jamaica Life. And today we're going to talk about harvesting, and we're going to harvest some quail and some vegetables. And you see this? This is what you get. This is what you get when you have birds. Now, I have hatched around 17 quail, and I have about 50 quail in there. So I have to make room for some, because there's two things. First of all, I have too many males. And second of all, I have too many males, and they are hurting my production of quail eggs. My females are being stressed out. So I'm gonna thin the herd, or thin the flock of quail, process the males and keep the females. Excuse me, I put some lotion on my face because I was dry. Woo, dry. Let's go out there and sort them out. And you might find this a little disturbing, because there's a certain way you can tell if a male's a male. It's by them chirping, which you have to wait for and can take a little bit of time, or by squeezing their bottoms and seeing if anything comes out. If it's a female, nothing. If it's a male, well, y'all will see. It's a little disgusting. I'll put my gloves on so y'all don't be too freaked out, okay? I gotta admit to you guys that sometimes, short, it's a little, it's not gonna always be roses and flowers when you're trying to grow your own food, especially when it comes to harvesting livestock. I was not comfortable with it. Well, actually, I've done this since I was a kid. So we used to harvest sheep. We had a butcher come by, and I used to help them harvest the lambs. I like lamb. I mean, that's why I bought some sheep, because I like lamb. I like lamb meat. Lamb chops are expensive. Leg of lamb is expensive. So if I can get some ewes and one ram and start producing my own lamb, that's what I'm gonna do. Now, I haven't processed a lamb since I was, I think, 16. And I was trained by taught by a butcher when I was a kid. But I haven't done it since, so it's gonna take a little while. Guess I'll watch a couple of YouTube videos. I saw a fellow with his son processing, I think it was a lamb. I think it was sheep. If it's a grown sheep, it's called mutton. And if it's a baby, it's a lamb. That's why we pay so much for it. Lamb chops, they're not cheap, because lambs aren't that big. Well, in this grand scheme of things. I told you I worked on a sheep farm, and we had hundreds of sheep. Hundreds. Squeeze my hand. We had hundreds of sheep, and it was a sheep farm. And we had goats, and we had, what else do we have? We had chickens and goats. And I think we had geese and duck. Not a lot of them. We didn't have a lot of, we had the same goats that I have. Mine are Nigerian dwarf. Nigerian dwarfs are not for meat. They're for milk. Now, the guy I purchased them for, he had about 100 goats. And let me tell you something about livestock and being a homesteader or being a farmer nowadays, especially in Texas where it doesn't rain. Grazing animals is expensive. If your pasture, that's why a lot of farmers are selling some of their livestock off, because they can't afford to keep feeding all of them. So they sell them off. They're going for, what are the Nigerian dwarf? It's about 125, and so are lambs, not full-grown sheep. I'm squeezing all the air out of here. They're selling them off because they can't afford to feed them. So if you can't afford to feed your animals, process them or sell them. Don't let them suffer. I'm not doing that, because I'm doing it because I have too many males. And you're going to see how these quail treat me. Quail taste delicious, but they are you'll see. They're going to peck my hands. I haven't fed them this morning because I felt like it was a waste of money to feed the animals before I started pulling out the ones I'm going to process. So we're going to pull the males out, some of the males out, not all of them. I have 17 quail that I have just hatched, and they are vibrant, so I'm not too worried about them passing away on me. And we're gonna thin the herd out, because I don't have room. I don't have another cage for them. I do have another cage for them, but I just have too many males, and it's not healthy. So let's go outside to the quail cage and sort them out. Viewer discretion is advised. If you have a little kid, you may not want them to see it, because I pull them over, squeeze their bottoms, and see if they're a male. And you're going to see how disgusting it is. That's why I got these little gloves on. Let's go. Now some people may say, Jamerica, how did a girl from New York learn to do some of this stuff? Well, I tried, first of all, and second of all, I worked on a sheep farm. So that helped. And I went to school for agriculture. High school, that is. College, I did not. I went to the city side, HR and public administration and business administration and all kind of city-fied stuff. But sometimes you have to return to your roots. And if I'm gonna do this, I ain't gonna hold on to all these animals. You gotta thin them out. You got to, or you gonna have a million of them and you gonna go broke. And you gonna see how these quail treat me. They are not nice. I like them because they taste good. I just don't, as in general, I don't like quail. They're not nice animals. They're gonna peck the crap out of me. You go see. There they are. There's a few chicks in there struggling and hiding. But most of them are quail. And I know with Celadon quail, I think that's what they're called, you can tell because the male will have a crown on its head. The head will be darker than the rest of its body. So that's going to be easy. But with some of them, I'm going to have to check, because I'm not going to know. So I have a little cage right here that I'm going to put them in. And hopefully they don't get loose. Excuse me, guys. Just need to hold them in here until I get them situated. Let me take this off. Put it on this side. Quail pop. Just like that thing popped out of my hand, that's how quail are. Who's complaining? I got some silkies, y'all. I look for those jokers for months. All right, ma'am. I'm going to turn you around. Just be careful. Move your feet. You okay? Okay, here we go. That's the male. Stop pecking me. They bite me. And the chicks are biting me too. They learn from the quail. This is a male. You see its head? See how the head is darker? Definitely a male. Another way you can tell with this type of quail is to hold them, right? Hold its feet, because this joker will pop out of my hand, right? It's to squeeze their butt. Stop. It's to squeeze their butt and see if any white stuff comes out. There. I don't see anything, but I know this is a male. See the head? Definitely a male. I'm just gonna collect all the males out, and then yo, he bit me on my arm. It's also a male. Look at the head. See that? Now, you can squeeze the bottom and see if any white stuff comes out. I'm not gonna do it because I know this is a male. Look at that. See him? See his head? See how his head is darker? Male. All right, here we go. Yeah, you a male. You just bit somebody, and they jumping up to bite me. Ooh, you a fat one too. So I'm holding it, right? Right? Now I'm not too sure about this one. I'm not getting anything from it. You gone. You gone. Tell the head. Well, this one is suspect. This one's suspect, but I'm gonna put him in there anyway. When in doubt, put him in the cage. All right, who else? Now this one I can't tell, but it's jumped up at me. So let's check you. No. It's a girl. It's a girl, but she's a meanie. This is what a girl looks like. See that? The head is not as dark. It's all the way across the same color. Maybe they're not producing any eggs because they're too hot. Get in there. Let me see. Oh, I see you. Stop pecking me. No good so-and-so. Jumped up to bite me. All right. You're a male. Who is that? Definitely a male. I know you don't want to go, do you? See the head? See how dark it is? See how the head has got a band on it? Male. They done tore through my glove. Feel a breeze. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 6. Oh, Lord. I think that's enough. Yeah, I think that's enough. How many do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Okay. Get down. All right, so do I have any more? Let me see if there's any more. I'm looking at their heads. Are you a male? Oh, I know you a male. You little. Stop pecking me. Look at my glove. That's what they did. No good so-and-so. This is a male. I gotta give y'all more water. You wanna go? You wanna go? Huh? Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna get the smaller ones and I'm gonna put them back in because I don't want no. I want some big old juicy ones. I don't want. That's a male. Oh, that's a little male. Ain't worth it. Anybody else? Anybody else want to join the party? What? That's a male. He tried to get me. You don't see that? That is a male. See that? See that head? You going. You gone. You going, bro. Matter of fact, you are definitely going. I don't care how big you are. Make sure I get a good look at you. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 of them in here. 8 quail. Look at my glove. I told you they mean. Nobody tells you that. They are. Before we go, I forgot to feed them. Probably why they jumped it. Well, no, they would have jumped up anyway because they're just mean. More room in there now, huh? It's too crowded in there. And I feed them layer twin feed. They pooped in their thing. Nasty. so-and-so's poop in it. Get down. What's wrong with you? Vultures. And they need some clean water. Sorry about this one. Let me fill this one up too, because the chicks are scared of them for good reason. You gotta fight for your right to eat. Okay, everybody got room. Well, almost everybody. Yeah, everybody got room to eat. They poop in their water, by the way, so it's gonna smell bad. Chickens do the same thing. They all do it. Quail are worse. Move before I put it on your foot. Okay, that's one. So I put them close, but not close enough where they can see what I'm doing to the one that comes before them. Because I don't want them to be scared. Don't want them to know what's going to happen. They know something's going to happen, but I don't want them to be super scared before it happens. I just want them to suddenly, you know, meet their maker and go to the freezer camp. My freezer is empty. I have 2 quail left in the freezer. And I looked in there and I was like, oh, I got to go ahead and do it. And it was getting too crowded in there. So I thank God for allowing me to do this and allowing me to have this amount of quail to process, because not everybody can do it, and not everybody has the access to them. You got to really look for them. Once you have them, you start breeding them so you don't lose them, and they're trying to get out. So let's get it. Let me go and get a pail, and for the remains, and the remains are going to go into the ground. We're going to plant a tree after this. Okay, so you're going to need to have your water running. You're going to need a pot with some ice in it, because you got to cool them down, and you're going to need a pail. So what you do is hold them by their feet so they don't fly away. So what you're going to do is, and you're going to, well, you can use the hook, you can use your hand. I use the scissors. See that? A shear. What you're going to do is you're going to stretch out their neck and you're going to chop completely off. Real quick. Completely off. So I hold it down, right? I hold the head like that, right, with my 2 fingers. Put in the bucket. Let me pray. Take it and hold it down. Do not do this in your house, because there's blood splattering all over the place. And you just wait for it to release and bleed out. It's just the nervous system right now. Now with quail, some people leave the skin on. The skin is very delicate. It's not, you have to buy a quail plucker for it, and they're very expensive. Most people, because quail are very juicy, by the way, most people just go ahead and take all the feathers off and take the skin off with it, which is what I do. And I'll show you how to do that in a minute once this thing stops fluttering. Nobody said this was easy. You just wait and you'll feel it stop moving. Then you just take the feet off, right? Take the wings off. Take the entrails off, completely off. Okay? Clean off, right? Put this down. And we're going to just open it up. This is why you're going to need the water. You need to get all these feathers off. And some of them get stuck. It's sticky. Nobody wants to eat a feather, right? Pluck them off. As much as you can. Take your water. You're going to wash it a couple of times, but this is the first time, right? There we are. Put that in there. That needs watering anyway. All right. Then you're going to go up the spine. See that? That's the spine right there. That's why I didn't worry about pulling off all those feathers, because you're going to put your scissors just like a chicken. You're going to put your scissors in there. You're going to cut the spine out. Go to the other side. Take it completely out. Okay. Take that out. See all that? Scoop it out. All of it. And wash it off. Put it in your ice water. Next. Now, I know a lot of y'all might be freaked out, especially people who are not from the country. I'm not from the country. I'm from New York City. But I'm a survivor. And that's what I raise these things for. Not for pets. And males don't give you eggs. They fertilize them though, right? You don't need a bunch of males. You don't need a bunch of males. All they're going to do is eat up all your food and give you problems. So go ahead and process them and feed your family or feed yourself. Quail are expensive in the store. We pay for processed meat. This is happening anyway, whether you do it or not. And I am not too good to process animals. It takes some getting used to, though. I'm not going to say it's easy. It's never easy. Everyone is just, my heart just skips a beat every time I do this for everyone. But I know that I feed these birds and I try to treat them as nicely as possible, even though they ain't too nice to me. And I try to keep them as healthy as I know that they're healthy. Because if I see anything on this bird, any kind of abscess, and I've seen some on some birds. What's happening to my water? My water stopped. I can turn the water up just a minute. Well, let me go ahead and finish this because can't. There it is. I have it on a drizzle. Okay. Everyone is different. All of us are different. But I know that if I see any kind of growth, abscess, anything on these jokers, I don't use them. I throw them in while I'm processing them. If I see anything that don't look right internally or externally, I throw them in the compost bin or in the trash. But when they're doing it, that don't necessarily happen. Not necessarily. Now, processing quail is not the same as processing chickens. I think chickens are easier, but they're because I have a hook, a cull cone, where I just leave them in there until they stop moving. Here, you got to hold on to them. There is a cone that I have that a lady recommended. The lady I started, that lady who sold quail to me several times. I didn't start. I'm starting to hatch my own because buying quail are not cheap. They're $2 a chicken. That's what, and then every week they get older, they get more expensive. So two for the little itty bitty ones that you got to grow out, and then they go up to 5, 7, 12. I've seen them as much as $12. I'm gonna cut this off right here. I don't want that. They're expensive. The eggs are expensive too. So there we are. Cutting off all the extra feathers. Into the water. Once you process your quail, put them in the refrigerator for about 24 hours. Just saying. Unless you want some, well, you can cook them automatically, but I think they're better if you stick them in the refrigerator for 24 hours, let them naturally cool down, and then go ahead and freeze them or cook them. That's just me. And definitely do it for chicken, or they be tough. Let me go get another quail. Let them see the bucket. Hold them up. You don't need to see the bucket until the last minute when you do it. Do it quick. Do it quick. Don't hesitate. You're only going to make the animal suffer. Let me put this back in here. My loquat tree. Still here. I'm keeping this thing alive. I am. It's a little one. This one ain't as big as the other two. It don't take long to process these things. I'm just talking and doing it. Yeah. Take the entrails off. This part. Take it off. Then you go ahead and take the skin off. Start right there at the breast. Just pull it apart. Some of them are thicker than others, though. This one didn't want to release. Just do that. Now with other animals, like I've been to butchers too. You need a knife. If you're gonna skin them, you're gonna need a knife. With these things, with the quail, nope, they come off. Chicken too, you can take chicken skin off without a knife. Well, you're gonna need a little bit of a knife because it's gonna be stuck on the bottom. It's gonna be stuck on the bottom, but for the most part, it just comes right on off. Then it looks like the grocery store stuff, right? Okay. I need to get another bucket. That's what I needed. Wash my scissors off. And just cut the spine out. Now I am not gonna. I don't think I'm gonna process my goats unless they stopped. If they can't have They don't produce milk. If they don't get pregnant, they can't produce milk. By the way, they don't produce milk if they don't have babies. Once they start, once they're at the what is it, sterile side of their life, and then it's time to process them. But those goats are primarily for getting rid of some of that pasture, and they're milk goats. I'll make something out of that milk. Now there's a I sell eggs, but I don't sell eggs to eat. I sell hatching eggs, and that's what it says, hatching eggs. No, nobody coming back to me with no bull crap talking about, oh, something happened, I didn't feel good. Matter of fact, I have stopped giving away eggs because people are trip. Try to be nice and they turn on you. So I sell hatching eggs. I'm pay for it. I don't care. I told you it was hatching eggs. I ain't tell you to eat them. Let me get this bottom part off. I'm just snipping it, cleaning it up. There we are. Another clean one. These things are expensive in the store. Go ahead and try to buy some quail. Try to buy that. Next, you had a good life, baby. Why are you looking at me like that? They say don't look them in the eye. Hold the head out. Look, you want to. He made me feel sorry for him. Okay, you'll go back in. Let me see if you healthy first of all. Let me look at you. Nah, you don't look right. And you fat. Nope. Into the bucket you go. He's like, no. He won't even stretch out his neck. I traumatized you, didn't I? Well, I finished processing and I did about 5 of the 7. 2 of them were too small. And then I went ahead and got a Violetta de Bordeaux fig tree from my stash. My multiple fig trees that need to go on the ground. I ran the water with some horticulture molasses, and we are going to use the quail remains to plant. Let's go. I got all the entrails right here. And I got my hole, but I need to dig a little bit more. And the reason why I'm digging is because I need to bury that. Put that right there. And an ant. Okay. Put this right here. We're going to use that. That's why I picked a smaller plant. You're going to take this. Put that in there. Put a layer of soil on top of that, a thin layer. Right? All right, well, look at all that okra. We need to go ahead and get them. Yes, we do. And look at all those flowers. All right, let's get it. Let's get it, Jamaica. Happy day. Can y'all see me? I can see you. Go on and do it. Do it. Do it till you're satisfied, whatever it is. Do it. Do it till you're satisfied, whatever it is. These. When we planted these, some of them, some of them are too big, but the ones that are too big, I'll talk to y'all later. Let's just get this out. Twist and pull. Twist and pull. So this is what we got so far. Some of them may be woody, like this one is probably woody. See that my nail can't go through? I'm gonna put this out in the sun, let it dry, and I'm gonna use the seeds next year. Get those. pot. This has been struggling for a long time. Time to let it go. Gotta hurry up before it start raining. This one don't look too good either. This is why you replant. After a while, they just don't look good. It's a bell pepper plant. And this habanero plant dried up. But I'm gonna go ahead and pluck these off since they're here. This is from lack of watering. Spread too thin, Jamaica. Spread too thin. Here we go. I put some water on these yesterday, but shoot, I guess it wasn't enough. It's gonna get ready to rain, so we'll see if they come back. I doubt they do. There's 1, 2. I dropped it. There it is. I think these are Scotch bonnet. They look different. I don't know. I didn't mark it. I ain't gonna water it because it's getting ready to rain. It's gonna rain. My turnips are turniping. They're turniping. Eggplant is not eggplanting. Some of these tomato plants done bit the dust. Let's go over to Pear Lane and see if there's anything there. Sorry, y'all. I'm jumping y'all all around. I got some rabbit poo. Let me tell you something. I got 25 bags of rabbit poo. 50-pound bags. I use most of it in my front yard, but I saved 2 to put around my trees. I just haven't used it yet. They're right there. That's what I traded them those birds for. They didn't give me no little bags. You know that a little 5-gallon bag of rabbit poo is about $17 to $30 on Etsy. I know what I'm doing. I ain't crazy. I think he was a little mad at me because I showed it to him after I collected what I collected. Because look, I got 25 of those. He said I could come back, but I ain't paying. I'm gonna get these tomatoes from in here, even though this patch is ooh, it's coming back though. It look bad though. Well, it's getting ready to rain or something gonna happen out here. I'm done. I feel the earth move under my feet. I feel the sky tumbling down. Let's go get the eggs. How about that? I don't know how many I'm gonna get, but it'll probably be a lot. Who knows? Every day is different. Sometimes the birds lay 1 egg that day, and sometimes I get 7, 8 of them. Especially, well, I get less now because most of the birds are out in the country. All right, let's go get these eggs. And that'll be the end of our harvest for today. We harvested quail. We planted a tree. Got a couple of vegetables, even a pear. My pears still aren't ready, not totally. Here I go into the coopity poo. You okay, sister? You don't look too good. And you know why? Mr. America forgot to refill their water. They were drinking dirty duck water. Oh my God, I'm so mad at myself. Sometimes I need to make a list and check it twice. Maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe that's why. All right, I'll put some more food out here in a minute. I got bird food out here, chicken food, but they don't necessarily want that. Tip that over. See that? Tip it and let them get that. Let's see what we got in here. Oh my God. That's a lot. Did I get eggs yesterday? She got some nerve. She's pissed off because I came here 2, 4, 6, 8. I must not have came here yesterday. 10. That's a lot. 12. 14 and 16. I got some Easter eggers in here somewhere. Somebody's laying some green eggs. And here go this girl that don't ever leave the coop. She got 2 eggs in here. 18. Yeah, leave. She got an attitude. Always do that to her. 16 eggs. All in all, I did pretty good today. This is not including that silky egg I got. So, I got that many eggs today. A whole bunch of tomatoes. Well, not a lot of tomatoes, but enough. Let me move this out the way. This is for my chicken coop. I got a couple of tomatoes. Whole lot of okra. Oh, what is this? Remember to wash your stuff off. We're dealing with nature here, you know. Especially when you're dealing with them eggs. I got a pear. I got a whole bunch of okra. You know, bell pepper. Putting the peppers and tomatoes up here. Why not? Got a whole lot of them. Y'all could tell I like okra, huh? Let me make sure that this one is woody for sure. I don't know about this one. Woody. I ain't trying to fool y'all. I'm telling you, you let them get this big, they're gonna be woody. These are Clemson's. No, those are not Clemson's. These are, I don't remember. They got spines on it, so they were like a hybrid of a Clemson spineless and a motherland okra. But once they get this big, woody. That's woody. Just save those for seeds. Just dry them out. Let me see. This one's on this one. This one's okay. If your nail goes through, you good. So this is what I harvested today. This one most likely. This one's not woody. And I'm gonna blanch them. The ones that are not woody. I'm gonna blanch them. I'm gonna cut them up. I'm gonna blanch them, and because these are gonna be cut up. I'm not gonna do them whole like I did the other ones. And I'm gonna put them in the freezer bag. I'm gonna freeze them. Only blanch them for 6 minutes. They're not completely cooked. They're al dente, so you can still put them in the oven and dry them out, or fry them and dry them out. All you're trying to do is get the microorganisms that are living on the outside of this okra to pass away, so that they maintain their color, their texture, and their flavor. Otherwise, they get freezer burn, and they kind of taste a little bit different. You can still do it. You can freeze them without doing it, but the proper way to do it is to blanch them. When you buy them in the frozen food department, they're blanched if they're processed by a company or something. So here are my okra. Here is my peppers. Those are seeds I gotta plant. Here are my eggs and my quail and my pear for today. And my quail are in the refrigerator cooling down. This is Jamaica, Jamaica Life. I thank all of you guys for being with me. Keep on planting, keep on trying. Things will only get better. Everybody for being with me, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye, y'all.